Good morning. It's 7:21 a.m. Have to ended up taking two trades, and so right now I'm 1-1, lost one, won one. But I'm down, as you can see on my account, $8.24. Last night I took a trade at right before the 6:30 open. Got in here, put my stop below the low here, and went to bed. And it did not work out, so got up, saw that it didn't work out, saw another opportunity right in this area, took it, and put my stop below the low, and it worked out. So I'm 1-1 right now, and looking for more opportunities today. Usually I take one trade per day and I'm done, but today I'm actually going to take every opportunity that presents itself while I'm sitting here at the checking out the charts and looking at the market. Usually I trade the New York session, but I'm kind of doing some pre market trading as well. So we'll see how it goes. But right now I'm down $8.24, and once an opportunity presents itself, I will be getting in. So what I'm looking for now is a pullback into the 50, this little area right in here, and then I'm going to wait for one of the candles to turn green, and then I'm getting in. So however long that takes is however long it takes, and then I'll set it accordingly. Nothing as of yet. No trades. I I was hoping it was going to come down into this area and hit the 50, but we did not hit the 50, which is part of my rules. And even if it did give me a signal, I can't take the trade because part of my rules is it has to at least touch the 50. So so no trade as of yet. Just ran into a little bit of resistance in this SR zone. So now I'm expecting it to pull back. It is 8:25. We have about another hour before the market opens up. But my goal remains the same. We're looking for longs. I'm looking for a pullback down into the 50 area and a turn, and then we'll see how the price reacts once it's down in there and get into the trade. We're still floating around at the SR zone. No trades yet. It's 8:47. Still have about 45 minutes. I'm looking for a pullback to the 50 EMA. Don't want to get too much into the analysis, but based on what I see and what is likely to happen, we should get a pullback. We're in the SR zone, so we should get a pullback down into to be able to get that pullback to the 50 that I'm looking for, but it could potentially go deeper. But that's kind of what I'm looking at, and there's the strength is kind of slowing down, so I expect it to reverse and pull back just a bit, and then I'll just wait for the next criteria. And it's 9:09, so we'll see what happens at 9:30. All right, we got a pullback to the 50, but now we're looking for at least now. Did we get a short term MACD signal? So that's kind of what we're waiting on now. See if it'll come about. So we're back into the 50. Now we're just looking for short term turnaround. Market's cooking. So we did go above the resistance level. Now we're back into it, and we're looking for longs. It's falling pretty deep into it. So we're just seeing if we can find an entry signal to get in to go long. And right now we do not have a signal. It's going down in there pretty deep. Take it as it comes. It's falling pretty deep in there. So I'll come back once the signal happens, and then that way I'm not taking any time. But that's pretty much what we're waiting on. Waiting on a signal to go long, and we haven't received it yet. So, and I'll check back in once we do. Price hasn't turned yet. It's falling pretty hard.
Order filled.
All right, so I'm in. So let's see if it's either going to hit the 18 or hit the constant line. It just hit the constant line. So we could be out now, but let's see if we can 15, 14. I could let's get, so do I want to take my profit now or get to the 18?
Target filled.
All right, so we got a target of 18 ticks, and it also hit the constant line. So that's trade number one. So let's see if we can find another one. I had my stop below the low and got out either at 18 ticks or hit the constant line, and both happened. Well, the constant line happened first, but then I wanted to hold on just a little while longer just to see if we could get the 18 ticks. So we were able to get the 18 ticks, which puts us, we're still down on our account 36 cents so far for the day. Let's see if we can find another opportunity and start it over. I ended up stepping away from the computer just a minute and actually missed an opportunity to get back in this area right in here. So the entry candle was actually, this is the candle that I was going to get into on the pullback, but I ended up stepping away from the computer. So let's see if we can find something else. All right, we got to pull back to the 50. But the only thing that, let me zoom this out a little bit. The only thing that I'm concerned with is the support and resistance areas, where it's failing to create new highs, which means there's a likelihood it wants to continue down. So for me to get into a buy opportunity, of course it's risky, but at the same time, the trend is up for us. And we're running into an area of support, but we have the 50. Now it's running into an area of support. Now, is it likely to then turn around and give us what we need to potentially get another trade? We shall see. So what we're actually looking for now, we're in the 50. So we want to see if we can get a turnaround and a signal to go long. So we're in the area, the SD zone, the area of support. Now, if we can turn and get a continuation to the upside, or just long enough for us to get to the constant line, then we're in good shape. So the goal is to get a signal and get out at the either 18 tick mark or the constant line. So once it turns, the candle closes green, then we're in. And then I'll put my stop below the low and see if it continues. And then I keep my eye on the constant line. Because we are also in an area right in here that we have to be mindful of.
Order filled.
Constant line. We're going to hit the constant line. Like a big sell-off, but can we get a touch at the constant line? Not yet. Come on, constant line. Can we get a touch? Touch, touch. Come on, push. There we go.
Order filled.
Okay. Now we got a touch of the constant line. And what does that look like as far as target is concerned and profit? So we are up $5 so far on this trade. And this, so we're, I think, 3 wins, 1 loss so far. So that's kind of where we are. And so let me just, the next phase, once we got the signal line, we want to see the stop loss below. It would have actually hit the 18 tick mark, but I was focused on the constant line because everything was wiggling and starting to jive. So I wanted to make sure that I focused on one target or the other. I was really focused. The target was going to be the target. I already had that set at 18 ticks. So I was really focused on making sure that we got a touch of the constant line. And if it also happened at the same time of hitting the 18 tick target, then that's even better. So we were able to capture, let's see, a profit today of $5.02. But overall, how many trades did we take? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 trades today, 3 wins, 1 loss. The way things are going now is really moving sideways. As you can see, it's kind of starting to move into a channel. So it's not really wanting to continue higher. Otherwise, it would have done so. It's really struggling to get out of this zone. So I think I will be ceasing trading for today. So four trades today, between 2, or actually, yeah, 2 today in the New York session, and then 2 from the Asian session. And I think that's it for the day. It's 10 o'clock, and then I think I've been at it since I think 7 o'clock. So I'm done. I'll take my win and take my good habits, because I'll even show you. I'll kind of walk you through it right before I get off of the. So I usually I'll ask myself, what trend am I trading today, whether it be long or short? And then after that, then I'll say, okay, well, if I know that, then is price above or below the previous day's close? This is actually something new that I've implemented, because I'm trying to really fine tune my entries, because of some of the losses that I've taken, and because of I get in too early. I'm pretty aggressive when I get in, and only when I'm aggressive is when I have a higher risk of losing trades. So I think last week or last Friday, I ended up taking a trade, losing the first one, but ended up winning the second one. It was because I got in on the touch of the 50, but by adding this little small nuance of waiting for price to really, really move into the moving averages a little deeper and then getting in on the green candle, it allows price to really, really turn and move in the direction. And then I can put my stop below the low or the high and then just trade accordingly. So I think this will help out a little bit better, but only time will tell. So that's the new thing that I've added to this method because I would love I'm always tracking my wins and losses and trying to be better and understand why I lost the trade so I won't do it again. And that way, that's how a strategy becomes more robust because you're actually analyzing why you lost, why you won, and kind of scratching out the the wins and losses and only looking at the things that work. All right, but enough all of that. The next one is, let's see, we wait for a pullback. Once we get a pullback and we know which direction that we're in, and then we just wait for the turn, which we just saw, and then once we get the turn and get the signal, then we enter, put our stop below the low, and then and go 18 ticks or hit the constant line, and that's pretty much it. So that's all the trade I will be doing this week, and so we have a profit. So I can show you uh, after commission, we're looking at $5.02 today for profit. I have an account of $149.40, and we have another 5-6 days left in the month. Okay, until next Friday. Adios.